Hey guys, how you doing? This is another game that I played yesterday, and I want to apologize in advance because I forgot to save the replay from the game I played before this one. And I swear to God, I didn't do it on purpose. I lost the game. It was against Panzer Elite on Langra, and I lost it, and I completely forgot to save the replay, and that's the reason I'm not uploading this. And this is the game I played immediately afterwards. It is also against um, Panzer Elite on Angoville, as you can see, one of the greatest maps, in my opinion, in real-time strategy history. Probably the best 1v1 map in Company of Heroes. At the very least, the most balanced map. I'm going with barracks first. We're about to see a bit of a funny interaction because Bismarck is asking me where I'm from, and I tell him that I'm from Croatia because I am Croatian. And this guy's gonna get super excited right now because he is Bosnian. And he's saying, for those of you who don't speak Bosnian or Croatian or Serbian, he says, add me so we can shoot Bosna. Bosna. I have no idea why I pronounce it like that because I'm speaking English and I'm reading it in Bosnian. And I'm saying I don't play groups mostly, which is kind of truth, but also kind of a lie. It's just that, Bismarck, if you're watching this, I kind of lied to you. I apologize. You're probably a good guy, but recently I had a bit of a poor experience with someone I met online who was also overly enthusiastic, and I'm just kind of I kind of don't want to meet. I don't want to play together with random people I just met online, especially from ex-Yugoslav countries for some private reasons. So I told him that I don't play groups, and I'm also saying either way, I've had enough of this game, honestly. Literally translated, what I say here is either way, my dick is full of this game, which is the Croatian way to say that you've had enough of something. And it's also, this has nothing to do with Company of Heroes, but one of the funniest things about languages is that we all have very, very different ways to say that you've had enough of something. And in Croatian, and a lot of people in Serbia, I think, say it too, the way to say it is to say that your dick is full of it. But yeah. Anyway, here we go. I have two engineers. I'm gonna have a Jeep. Yeah, there we go. A Jeep. Um, these engineers are going on a capping mission right here to decap this point. He's saying, there's another one of your lizards, we're playing together. That's what he's saying here, if you're interested. I'm immediately going back because there's no way in hell I can win this engagement. The Jeep is gonna die soon. But what I'm doing here, I wanted to cap this point, but I realized that his Kettenkrad was here and I wanted to jump it and destroy it. When I'm playing against PE on this map, I want to cut off this point, or if he's going on the other side at this point, because PE is, as we know, very fuel dependent, and if you can cut off that fuel early on, you can, hinder his development, basically. Um, as you can see, my Jeep already lost like 30% of its health from that minor engagement with two Panzer Elite units, which is one of the things I really hate about this game, even though I love this game, and I think it's probably the best balanced real-time strategy game ever made. One of the things I hate about it is just how powerful these guys are, right? So he has two squads of Panzer Grenadiers, and they're absolutely ruthless. Like, these guys, can you see how quickly my health is dropping? Even if he had just one unit, my guys, my six riflemen, would not win this engagement. And when you're playing as an American against Panzer Elite, those first, I want to say, 5 minutes of the game, we're currently at minute 3, it's all just about survival, right? You need to try to deal a little bit of damage to his guys, and you need to just keep your units alive. I barely managed to keep these guys alive, and he's going to decap everything. He has the Kettenkrad, which is a huge thing for capping and decapping. He's gonna bully me, try to bully me out of my territory. As you can see, I'm trying to win that back. He's going to suppress me here. My guys are coming in. It's just a total shit show, and I'm just pulling back because I know that there's no way in hell anyone is surviving this if I stay here. I think my Jeep is going to die now. Yes, it is. But I managed to, while all that was happening, my engineer capped all of this. Decap here. He decapped me here with his Kettenkrad, which is, as I said, the Kettenkrad is an amazing tool to have as Panzer Elite because you're so mobile and you're so quick. You can bully your opponent all over the base. And once he decaps this, all of this territory right here is disconnected from my base. So my mission right now was to destroy this fucking Kettenkrad and obviously cap this. I'm just going to manage to push him away before he decaps this too. I think I would have probably GG'd my way out if he had capped this, but thankfully I managed to get him out. But right now I built a 3R center because I had enough fuel, and I have 2 rifleman units and 2 engineer units on the field, and he's just going to run away right now, and these guys are going to cap here. And as you can see, he's just going very infantry heavy. There are 4 Panzer Grenadier units, and even if I had 3 rifleman units right now here to combat these guys, they would still lose. That's how powerful Panzer Grenadier units are. And at this point in the game, I was so angry. I think I was just like spewing curses in Croatian, with my girlfriend sleeping in the next room. Hopefully I didn't wake her up, but I was just so fucking pissed at everything. And as you can see, like when there's 3 of these units, as I said, even if I had, let's say, 2 units, 2 rifleman units right here, they would still lose this engagement. The Panzer Elite, the 3 Panzer Elite engineers, I guess we're gonna call them pioneers, they're so powerful. It's just insane. It's so poorly balanced. But I just have one of my units come out from the barracks, a new rifleman unit, in the nick of time. And right now, I know that I can win this. Because I have 2 rifleman units and a engineer unit. And we are going to take some hits, yes. But we are still going to win this engagement. And I'm coming with these guys from behind. And this was like a bit of a lucky streak for me, I want to say. The fact that those guys... And these guys gonna get away. This guy's gonna go away. But the fact that these guys just popped out of the barracks when they did, that was very lucky for me. And he went with these guys. He went in to try to put some pressure off of the men he had, you know, to try to help them. But he couldn't do it because I was already winning it. I'd already had 3 rifleman units. My engineers here have died. But I think that the sacrifice was worth it. These guys are capping right here. The 1 engineer unit sacrifice was worth it because I managed to almost destroy 2 of his Panzer Elite units. In the end, both of them survived, but they ended up on 1 guy. He had to retreat them with 1 person remaining, and that one, a squad member, was in very low health in both of those units. So I think it's overall a win, even though it's not a total win. I'm going to try to destroy this Kettenkrad. Am I going to do it? I have no idea. I don't remember. I am? Yeah, I am. I kind of have them cornered here. I think he thinks that he has the upper hand, but he really doesn't. That was a terrible grenade throw by me. These guys need to retreat. They're going to do it. These guys need to come in, and at this point, even though it may not seem like it, I'm winning because all of these guys, I'm winning this particular engagement here because all of his guys, he's trying to run away because they have passive healing when they're next to their base. Obviously, it was my mistake to not pull these guys in here. I was so hyper focused on what was happening here. I had tunnel vision, honestly, and I completely forgot that I had a squad here that was just doing nothing. These guys are just chilling. But anyway, I was putting solid pressure on him here while he was healing up. I got some veterancy. Am I going to end? I destroyed 1 unit, which I was very happy with. And now I realize that I have a squad, a rifle squad that's completely sitting idle here. And he retreated. No, he didn't. I thought he had retreated everything. Also, I hope this isn't too loud because I definitely toned it down, but I'm going to tone it down a little bit more. He has an infantry half-track, and for some reason he got a Panzerschreck on one of his Panzer Grenadier squads. I do not understand the purpose of that, given that I definitely am not teching up right now. I don't have any armor, and I'm not going to get any armor anytime soon, so this is just, a waste of resources from him. But it is what it is. I'm getting stickies, obviously, because I saw that, and I need to get stickies to mitigate that threat. And as soon as he goes in, I know that he's going to be arrogant. I mean, I don't know, but I assume that he would be in this situation, that he would not take me as seriously as he should, and I thought that I could get stickies off. And I do. I get double stickies off, and yeah, I mean, you can see what happens. He's trying to decap here with the Kettenkrad. This is the slowest out of control infantry half-track I've ever seen. These guys are obviously going to try to evacuate. They are actually going to be able to retreat because I didn't order my guys to attack those guys specifically. But either way, at this point, while all that was happening, I knew that I'm sorry for not showing it to you on the map, but I sent my engineers right through here to cap this, to cut off his resources, because now he doesn't have access to any of these resources. To cap this victory point and to cap this munitions point. He did this, but with a Kettenkrad, but that doesn't really matter much. I put a mine here. The Kettenkrad is becoming... At this point in the game, he has two Kettenkrads, by the way. I destroyed one, he had three, now he has two. And I really, really hated these two Kettenkrads. They were so annoying. You're going to see throughout the entire game. The Kettenkrads are going to survive the entire game. And it was the most annoying thing ever. But, it is what it is. Let me check what's going on in his base. He has this Kettenkrad here. He only has these two squads. I did not know that. If I had come in with everything I had against these two squads, it would pretty much be GG, right? I did not know that. I should have known that. Should have somewhat expected it. But anyway, I'm getting veterancy. All my squads have some level of veterancy right now. 2 Vet 1 squads. 1 Vet 2 squad. Am I going, oh yeah, I destroyed the Kettenkrad. That makes me, in retrospect, now watching it, it makes me very happy because I fucking hate that thing. I'm thinking that this is not loud enough. There we go. Anyway, he has this useless Panzerschreck, Panzer Grenadier squad. He's desperately trying to cap now because he knows that he's in trouble with resources. What is his resource count right now? He has a lot of manpower. He has a lot of everything. Why is he not Kampfgruppe Company? I have no idea why he isn't building anything. His intake isn't the best, but what he has accumulated so far is very good. And I do not honestly understand why he isn't building. I'm gonna stick to his. I'm gonna stick to his POV for a while. I honestly do not understand why he didn't build. Why he isn't building, something right now. Because at this, like, at least a scout car or something, like. Fallschirmjäger, okay. He kind of decided to go very infantry heavy, which would be understandable within like the first, I want to say, 5 minutes of the game. But the whole point of Panzer Elite, and by the way, Bismarck, if you're watching this, I've only played Panzer Elite once in my life. I really, really don't like playing with them. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, as you know, when it comes to constructive criticism. But I think the whole point of Panzer Elite is the fact that you can deploy armor and vehicles very fast. Like you can do it within like the first 7 or 8 minutes of the game, and 7 or 8 minutes is within that context is very very fast. And going with an infantry heavy build for Panzer Elite kind of goes against the entire doctrine, the entire doctrine of Panzer Elite, and I just don't know why he did that, because he now has three, right? He has three infantry squads and a Kettenkrad. That's it. That's literally everything he has. Also, these two anti-aircraft guns. Like, I don't know why. At this point, I'm gonna turn off Fog of War because there's no point in it. At this point, I had already built a motor pool, an M8 is on its way. He's pressing me here, sure, but I'm going with a flank right here from the side. I'm gonna throw a grenade in there. It's a good grenade. These guys need to get the hell out of there. Are they going to survive? I hope so. And this guy's once again somehow going to... Is he going to survive? Fuck, yeah. I'm so bad at ending units. I don't know, these guys are going to die, right? I have no idea why, but I'm so bad at ending units. Like when there's one guy remaining and he's on very low health, for the life of me, I cannot remember to focus fire on him. I don't know why, but I'm handicapped like that for some reason. But this is a losing engagement for them. Like there's no, they can't win this, right? They can deal some damage to me, but the armor car is upgraded with the 50 cal. Once again, this guy's going to survive because I'm an idiot. This Kettenkrad is just chilling. He used his cloaking ability, so I don't actually know that he's there. Once again, he's just not producing any armor. I do not, for the life of me, understand why. And he's getting very, very low in resources, as you can see. He spent a lot of munitions, he's very low in manpower. All he has is fuel, and guess why? Because he's not using it. I'm capping everything at the same time. What's really important is this point, because if you can decap this point, the southern base doesn't get any resources from up here, nor does it get this munitions point. So this is why Angoville is such a balanced map. Now watch this maneuver. I'm going to throw a grenade right here, because you all have to go through this tiny pass, right? So this grenade was just perfect. It just killed everything. Is this guy going to die? Yes, finally. I destroyed a unit completely. Now I need to get the hell out of there. Evacuate, retreat. Am I going to retreat? I don't remember. Yeah, I am. No, they're going to die, right? He's going to die. No, look, I survived that. That's honestly surprising for me. The M8 is just going to, mow it down. And he's asking if it's... I didn't know the state of his base. I kept thinking that at this point he was going to pull out some tanks, something. So when he said GG, I thought that he was implying that I should GG, as in I was losing the engagement, so I didn't answer because I was kind of confused. I did not realize that he meant that he was giving up the game, and that's pretty much GG for him, obviously. But yeah, overall, I think a good game, a game that I was very, very annoyed with it in the beginning because of his infantry heavy start, because his Panzer Elite units push my riflemen back. For the first 5 minutes of this game, I just couldn't do anything. I just kept retreating, and I had to wait to accumulate enough manpower to actually, take his Panzer Elite units on. And when I had accumulated enough manpower, I finally started turning it around. But I still think if he had come up with any sort of armor at any point during the game, I don't know how I would deal with it, because as you can see, I only got the AT gun right now. And that's because, as I said, I did not know the state of his base, and I assumed that a tank, some sort of armor, like at the very least an infantry half track, another infantry half track, because that's the only armor he had. I thought it would come up, maybe a mortar half track, maybe a light anti-armor half track, which is why I made the AT gun. If I had known that there was no armor on the field at all, I wouldn't have built it, because at this point the only armor he has is a Ketting Cadet. So a very weird game, I would say, from PE's perspective. A game that I think should have been easier for me than it was, and the reason it wasn't so easy was because I was expecting a much more difficult game. I kind of I played myself really. I won, but I honestly don't really know how. In this game, I think it's maybe a really good lesson about within the specifically like the American versus PE matchup that during those first few minutes you really just have to hold on to your I'm gonna quote Key and Peele here when he pretends when Peele pretends that he's Obama's anger translator. He says, hold on to your lily white butts. I think that's pretty much the same MO when you're playing as Americans against PE, because those first few minutes are absolute terrorism from Panzerelite with their infantry, which is going to be much more powerful than yours, and you're just going to have to find a way to keep all of these guys alive. And as you can see, I think I only lost 2 squads throughout the entire game, and none of them were old. All these squads have been here from from the beginning of the game, the squad 2. So these 4 squads have been the base atop which I built the remainder of the game. Once again, maybe a little bit too infantry heavy from me, but in this case it worked. And yeah, that's it. Anyways, see you guys in the next one.